Hello guys, welcome back to another video by Shine Entertainment. Happy New Year to you all. On today's video, I'll be going through the top 15 Korean romantic comedies that aired in 2021. Let me know your favorites in the comment section below. Now starting off the list, coming at number 1, Dahlia and the Cocky Prince. Dahlia and the Cocky Prince is a very beautiful romance drama about the unexpected romance between a pervert who lacks education and the daughter of a prestigious family who tries to save a collapsed art museum. It mainly starred Kim Min-jae and Park Gyu-young. Jim Moon-hak, played by Kim Min-jae, is the second son from a family that runs a global restaurant franchise. Despite his poor beginnings and lack of education, he worked his way up to a director of a big company and has an excellent ability to make money. Meanwhile, Kim Da-lee, played by Park Gyu-young, is a visiting researcher of an art gallery. She is the only child of a prestigious family. She returned to Korea after her father's death, trying to revive his company that is already bankrupt. They both happen to meet in a foreign country without knowing about each other's backgrounds, and they develop good feelings for each other. But due to an art gallery that is going bankrupt, they meet again as the son of a rich, uneducated family and the daughter of a prestigious family. And coming at number 2, Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. The realistic romantic comedy aired in 2021 with very high ratings. It mainly stars Kim Sung-ho and Shimina. The drama is a healing love story set in the idyllic seaside village of Gunjin. It revolves around Yoo Hye-jin, played by Shimina, who is a dentist, a woman who has both the beauty and the brains. She moved to Gunjin after her seemingly perfect career in the city starts to fall apart. There she meets Do-shik, a jack of all trades, a man she's continuously curious about. He is held in high esteem in the village because he takes care of the elderly and does not shy away from odd jobs. As they both cross paths several times in a small village, they take a liking of each other, and Do-shik constantly helps Hye-jin out of trouble, helping her adjust to her new settlement. And coming at number 3, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is an action and romantic comedy which tells the story of a tough and rogue female detective who one day loses all her memories and changes places with a conservative housewife who looks just like her. It mainly starred Lee Han-hee and Lee Sang-yoon. Jung Yoon-ju is a prosecutor and the only daughter of a gangster. One day, while chasing a suspect who looks very similar to her, she gets into a mysterious car accident. Her life changes completely after waking up from a coma and suffering from amnesia caused by the car accident. She's mistaken for Kamina, a woman who looks just like her, who is also the youngest daughter of Yumin Group, a rich and powerful family. Due to Kamina's illegitimate status, both of her family and her husband's family mistreat her. However, when Yoon-ju lived as Mina in the Han's household, she didn't take the family mistreatment but savagely stands up against them. The drama was very funny and entertaining. And coming at number 4, Snowdrop. Snowdrop was one of the most anticipated dramas of 2021. It tells a tragic love story between a North Korean spy and a South Korean woman. It was set in 1987 when South Korea was governed by a dictatorial government. It mainly starred Blackpink's Jisoo and Jung Hae-in. In 1987, Im Soo-ha and Yoon Young-cho are students at a prestigious university in Seoul. Im Soo-ho, who supposedly grew up in Germany, has a gentle charm but gives up an air of secrecy. Yoon Young-cho, who is lively, lovable and cheerful, fell in love with him at first sight at a social gathering. One day, Soo-ho suddenly rushes into a female dormitory covered in blood, and Yoon Young-cho, not knowing that he's a North Korean spy, hides him and tends to his wounds, despite facing danger under close surveillance. And coming at number 5, School 2021. The drama follows the life and growth of students at a special vocational high school, seeking their ambitions rather than going off to college. It mainly starred Kim Yo-han and Jo In-yoon. The series tells the story of 18 youths who choose a path rather than an entrance examination. It depicts their growing period of dreams, friendship, and excitement as they struggle through the undefined boundaries. Ki-jun and Ji-won were each other's first love back when they were kids. Gon Ki-jun was once a taekwondo player, but he had to quit due to a serious ankle injury, and due to his father's business going bankrupt, they had to move into Ji-won's family's building. Jo Yoon-ju, on the other hand, is a transfer student with a hidden story and a past connection to Gon Ki-jun. So-young, a very gifted student, makes him an offer to be her boyfriend in order to get rid of the guys following her around. And coming at number 6, She Will Never Know. She Will Never Know is a realistic business romantic comedy that tells the love story between a young man and an older woman within a cosmetics company. It mainly stars Wonjina and Rowoon. Yoon Sung-ah, played by Wonjina, works as a marketer for a cosmetic brand. She loves her job and dreams of launching her own brand, while Yeon-sung is a fellow junior marketer who has feelings for a senior colleague. He tries to develop a romantic relationship, but Sung-ah rebuffs his advances, not wishing to date younger men. The drama didn't have a complicated plot, nor did it have villains, and it had a very realistic happy ending. And coming at number 7, Youth of May. Youth of May is a heart-fluttering yet heartbreaking romance drama that aired in 2021, mainly starring Lee Do-young and Go Min-si. Wang Hee-tae, played by Lee Do-young, is a charming and brilliant medical student who falls in love with Kim Myung-hee, played by Go Min-si, a strong-willed and independent nurse. He was forced by his father to go on a date due to his father's political reasons, but Myung-hee ended up replacing her friend on the date after making a deal with her. The backdrop of the drama takes place in May of 1980 in Gwangju, a period where students rebelled against the corrupt government. Many lives were lost during the Gwangju uprising. If you love a classic tale about two lovers who are trying to be together at all costs, Youth of May is definitely a must-watch. It stirred a lot of buzz in Korea as a result of the realistic and emotional acting by the cast, as well as the heart-fluttering script between the two lovers. The purity and desperation in their love story reminded viewers of old romance dramas that are not often shown these days. And coming at number 8, Secret Royal Inspector Joy. A comedic and historical period drama that centers around an intelligent but lazy secret agent and a divorced woman who holds beliefs ahead of her time while searching for her happiness. It mainly stars Kim Yo-yoon and Ok Tae-yoon. Kim Jo-hee is a passionate woman who is ahead of her time. She's a realist who believes that people can get divorced. She lives in an era when women can't even be part of the family registry, but she dreams of getting divorced and having a fresh start in life. Ryan is a grade 6 civil servant agent. Despite having goals to spend his days selling dumplings in a small shop set up within the territories outside the palace grounds, his sharp intelligence leads him to be offered a high position as a civil servant agent, where he is immediately given a mission to tackle. They both team up to investigate and expose corrupt politicians. The drama was very funny and interesting. And coming at number 9, Vincenzo. With the perfect mix of crime, law and comedy, Vincenzo was an absolute hit and one of the highest rated dramas of 2021. The drama stars the likes of Song Joong-ki, Jung Yo-bin and Ok Tae-yoon. Vincenzo Casano, played by Song Joong-ki, is an Italian lawyer and mafia consultant who was adopted and raised in Italy. After the death of his boss and due to the mafia factions being at war, he returns to Korea to tie up some loose ends pertaining to some gold that is being kept underground in the plaza. He gets involved with Hong Chae-yoon, forming a strong bond as he becomes intertwined in a revenge scheme to get back at Babel Group. The drama had everything you could ask for: friendship, romance, and a very interesting villain. It constantly had viewers on the edge of their seats, and seeing the potential romance between Vincenzo and Chae-yoon was something to die for. And coming at number 10, Our Beloved Summer. The series is a coming-of-age story about a former couple who are forced to come together again when a documentary they shot in high school goes viral. It mainly stars Choi Woo-shik and Kim Da-mi. Choi Young and Yeon-soo are ex-lovers who broke up with a promise to never meet again. But as luck will have it, the documentary they filmed 10 years ago in high school went viral, and as a result, they are forced to face the cameras together again by their producer friend, who seems to have feelings for the female lead. The series depicts their complicated feelings and growth. And coming at number 11, The Red Sleeve. The Red Sleeve is a historical romantic comedy set in the 18th century, which depicts a love story between King Jeonju and his royal concubine. It mainly starred Lee Jung-ho and Lee Se-yoon. Yi-san, as played by Lee Jung-ho, is an aloof and perfect-loving young prince who is haunted by his father's death, although it leaves him in the position to take the throne once his grandfather dies. At court, he meets a young woman named Seok-in. Yi-san falls in love with her and tries to convince her to become his official concubine, but she refuses as she wants to live her life freely, something that will not be possible as a concubine. She also knows that life as a royal concubine does not generally bring about happiness. The drama features the growth of their love in a palace full of enemies. And coming at number 12, My Roommate is a Gumiho. The drama is a fantasy romantic comedy adapted from a webtoon of same name. The drama mainly stars Jang Ki-young and Lee Hee-ri. The drama revolves around a female college student named Lee Dam, who accidentally swallows the marble of a male Gumeo, a mythological nine-tailed fox who was close to achieving his goal of becoming human. A human who swallows the marble can only live for a year, and the marble will break, preventing the Gumeo from becoming human. Thus, the 999-year-old Gumeo suggests living together with Lidam, beginning their unexpected romance. And coming at number 13, Love Struck in the City. Love Struck in the City is a realistic portrayal of young people who pursue romance and happiness while struggling to get by in a busy and competitive urban environment. The drama mainly starred Ji Chang-wook and Kim Ji-won. Park Jae-won is a honest man, a passionate architect and lover of the streets. His hobby is collecting new hobbies. A romantic at heart, he cannot forget a certain woman. This thief of his heart and camera has disappeared, much like the fleeting midsummer night dream. Lee Young-woo works as a freelancer marketer. She takes a trip without making specific plans. While on her trip, Lee Young-woo meets Park Jae-won in a strange place. She introduces herself as Yoon Sona and pretends to have a free spirit, which is a totally different personality from her real self. He falls in love with her only for her to end up leaving him without a word. And coming at number 14, So I Married an Anti-Fan. The drama is a love story between a K-pop idol and a magazine reporter. It mainly stars Choi Tae-jun and Cho So-young. Hoojun is a top star and Ga-young is a magazine reporter who both attend a club's opening night. There, Young witnesses Jun's violent behavior and accidentally vomits on him. Young later loses her job and is convinced that Jun has to be behind her firing. She retaliates by demonstrating in front of Jun's management office, where her picketing eventually garners some media attention and the anti-fan label. A producer approaches her about participating in a reality TV show whose premise is that of a celebrity living with their anti-fan. Unemployed, she jumps at the opportunity. Meanwhile, Jun is offered the same show and accepts, thinking that it could only improve his image. When filming begins, Jun and Young try to give each other a hard time on set, but they end up falling for each other. And coming at number 15, Now We Are Breaking Up. The drama is set within the backdrop of a fashion industry and tells a story of love and breakups in the romantic world. It mainly starred Jang Ki-young and Song Ye-kyo. Ha-young, played by Song Ye-kyo, is the leader of a design team for one of the nation's top fashion companies. She worked her way up and made quite a name for herself in the fashion industry. She's good at what she does, but when it comes to relationship, things are a bit different. Pragmatic to a fault, Young often comes across as cool-hearted as she prioritizes stability over all else. Jang Ki-young, on the other hand, plays the role of Yeon Jae-wook, an intelligent, wealthy and popular freelancer fashion photographer. The two had a one-night stand in a foreign country, but find themselves falling for each other when they meet again in Korea. Thank you guys for watching. Please do let me know your favorite in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to follow more movies and drama recommendations.